All right, here we are. I find myself in here about to have another fucking glorious back and bicep workout. Oh, shit, I'm not prepared at all, man. I hit record and I don't have anything ready. But yes, another fucking day. And I'm going to follow probably the same formula that I followed Sunday, with the exception instead of, and it's pretty much the same workout, but just for whatever reason, it feels better with dumbbells. But again, I'm still trying to be mindful of my lower back injury. So instead of doing the chest supported dumbbell rows as the second back workout, I'm probably going to do chest supported machine rows. Um, Again, the difference is minuscule, but there's enough there that it will kind of help my lower back a little bit. And as much as I kind of hate to keep sounding like I'm being a little bitch, in the same breath, I don't want to take one step forward and two steps back. You know what I mean? And I definitely feel that I'm just not ready, to do it at least consistently. It felt good Sunday, but I'm just not there yet. So it's gonna be machine rows, but I mean, I always seem to make it work. I, I'm I don't know how many times I've said it, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. But I'll do what I have to do just to get a good pump and get a good workout. It's not. I mean, it's not like it doesn't work at all. It gets the job done, but it's like it's one of those things where if I could choose, if I was in a perfect world right now, it'd probably be one of my last choices for back. But it is what it is. So like I said, I'll make it work. But it's gonna be your typical three kind of heavy sets here with a couple lighter sets, and then we'll keep it rolling after that. I'm ready to get right into it. God damn it! These fucking glasses are gonna drive me nuts. I'm looking up, as one does when you're doing lat pull downs. And my goddamn, and my fucking glasses are coming up like that as I'm like scrunching my nose and shit. Fuck. I mean, did it affect my set at all? No, it didn't. But it's just, I hate wearing my glasses, and I was so amped up. I forgot to add this. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't even think it's 5 pounds. It might be five, but I'm thinking it's more like 2.5. So it didn't really make that much of a difference. But hey, I'm still gonna add it. Anytime you can add more weight, I mean, what kind of pussy's gonna say no to that? Not me. All right, that's one down. It felt lighter than I thought it would, but I think it might be because of that. We'll find out here in a minute when I do the next one. Whew. Fuck yeah. Now we're getting somewhere. All right, that was bound to happen. And believe it or not, that's the first time that's ever happened. Oh man, what a set. I don't know what's harder after that. My lats, my biceps, or my cock. That's how good that was. It got me a little too excited, I think. Good news is, it's so small, you'll never even know. All right, let me clean up this disastrous mess. That could have been really bad, but clean it up, go a little lighter, do two more. Oh my goodness, look at this shit. The plates are stuck under the whole stack. Fuck. I'm gonna have to recruit some help to get those out, probably. I mean, how does that even happen? Hey, when it's so strong, you gotta add more plates like this. I can't help it, I guess. I don't know. Fuck. All right, I got the plates out from underneath. Surprisingly, it was easier than I thought. The hardest part, I didn't get anyone to help me. I had to pull this thing down and use my feet to shimmy it out. Part of me kind of wishes I would have recorded it because it's probably pretty funny, but I got them out. I've lightened it. I'm up on the max. Again, the max weight here is 20. I brought it up to 18. Took all the extra weight off. So I'm probably taking off minimum of 20 pounds, but probably actually closer to 30. Just an educated guess. How educated? I mean, probably not that educated, but it's close, I think. Um, so yeah, do two more sets. I'm gonna try to get around 15. I think the first one might be around 15. Holy shit, dude! I am working up a sweat. I've only done 3 sets. I am pouring. It's dripping off of me. I forgot what I was even saying. Fuck it. Let's just do this set, man. Ah, I fucking love it. One more and a drop set. Ah, 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 ah. I can't put my hands. That can't be normal. I do think it's just the restriction under a quite extended period of time. And I'm doing a set and then a drop set. Wow, though, it's like the dexterity in my hand. It's kind of almost like when you go outside for a long time, your hands get cold, and it kind of gets hard to move them. That's what it feels like. I'll call that a success. That is a success. Let's go do some biceps. All right, I'm taking a little bit of a chance, but I think if I stay pretty controlled and strict, there's no flexion of my back or of my hips, no hip hinge. And that's what really mainly hurts my lower back, or if I'm standing and walking around too long for some reason, that bothers it too. But when I'm seated like this, the relief actually, there's a lot of relief. I almost kind of forget about it. So, I'm seated, but it is free weight, so there's always it's a little more risky with free weight rather than in a machine. But like I always say, there's risk with everything. You can, walking down a flight of stairs, something can happen, you get hurt. So, like I said, I think if I'm careful, really cross my T's, dot my I's here, I think these will be okay. And it's going to be unilateral dumbbell curls, 3 sets each arm. I'll follow that up with I'll do a back down set rather than a drop set. Back down set, and I'll go into a bilateral, just one back down set. I got the 75-pound dumbbell. It's been almost probably a month maybe even a little longer since I've done this. I think the 75s is what I was doing before I, got hurt and had to switch my plans a little bit. Fuck it. I'm going to try them. If I only get 8 reps on the first set, I only get 8. I'll adjust and go down if I have to. But 75s I'm pretty sure is what I ended with. So we're going to try it again. Like I said, fuck it. Go big or go home, Go big or go broke. Go big or get small. How about that one? Okay. I felt something in both shoulders, and I've been feeling this since maybe about a week now. A little tightness and kind of almost feels like fuck, what's the word? I just had it and it slipped my mind. An impingement. It almost feels like something is, bunched together, or just, you know what I mean? Tight, whatever it might be. I felt it in both, but more so my left. Like the first 3 or 4 reps was kind of actually a little uncomfortable, but they kind of loosened up. And it is true what they say. The longer you lift, I mean, most exercises are right here in front of you. You're pressing, shoulder pressing, doing rows. Um, so it is important to kind of do things to open your shoulders up. You know what I mean? Open them up so that way they don't get impinged like that. And maybe I need to start doing that because it's starting to. Been about a week now. I've been feeling this. It's not alarming yet or holding me back, but I want to avoid that, obviously. Let's do 2 more. Back down set, like I said. Let me lock in here. Oh man, what a set. That one had me begging for mercy. But there's no mercy able to be afforded in the gym. I don't care if your fucking arm snaps off. You finish that set, all right? That might be a little extreme, but you guys get what I'm saying. One more. That took a lot of effort. I can definitely feel the fact that it's been a while since I've done this. Free weight just hits a little different, man. It does. All right, I'm gonna do one back down set. I'm not gonna go, probably just like the hundreds, 100 pound easy curl bar over here. Do a nice little back down set, and that'll be it for biceps. See, I don't mind going a little harder, a little heavier, even than what I would normally do, because I go pretty hard in here, but even a little more so with biceps and triceps, because I only hit them once a week, but also at the most I only do 6 sets a week, and there are some weeks like this week I'll only do 4, which is what I'm going to do today for biceps. So kind of considering that, I don't mind pushing it a little harder. But think about it: if you're doing 10 sets in one workout session of let's just use chest, you still want to push hard. You got to bring the intensity. That's how you grow. In the most simplistic explanation, that's how you grow. You got to be intense and give it a lot of effort. But if you're doing 10 sets, you might want to try to manage it a little better. Still bring the intensity, still bring the effort. But you guys seen how hard I was pushing here and struggling. Could I do that 7 more times for biceps today? There's no way, you know? So there is some kind of you need to learn some management skills, if you will, when you're training. It all depends how you train, how many sets you're doing, how many times per week you're hitting that body part. There's a lot that goes into it. But anyways, let me grab the hundreds. If I talk any much longer, it's not gonna be a back down set. Uh, Not the hundreds, the 100. Let me get this right. The 100 pound easy curl bar. All right, give me a few minutes at least. I mean, shit, that was tough. And I'm gonna go on the back. Ooh. Well, I was gonna wrap this workout up with the plate loaded row machine. I don't know, man. I'm actually pretty cooked right now. Um, so I just feel like a more efficient and just a smarter choice was to do this. Even though this machine, even after everything I've done, it really doesn't go heavy enough. But I'm gonna try to make up for that with shortening the rest period. And typically I'll rest like 3 minutes between a set, unless I'm going really heavy. And I might rest a little longer. Um, but instead of 3 minutes, I'll rest like a minute and a half. Speed up the rest period a little bit, make it more intense that way. Now you don't want to, in my opinion, you don't want to shorten the rest period too much because then it starts to become almost like you're doing cardio and your cardiovascular system and your ability to breathe and control the weight and all that starts to be affected because you're struggling just to even catch your breath and it's like doing cardio. If you're resting just 30 seconds between each set, I mean, one, it's going to limit how much weight you can lift. So really, how much are you progressing? How much are you actually going to be able to get stronger and get bigger? And then, like I said, your cardiovascular system starts to become the limiting factor at a certain point. Now, if you're training to be an athlete and be somewhat strong and also be able to move with good efficiency and short rest periods like that, then that's probably a good way to train. Maybe not all the time, but throw training like that in there. But for bodybuilding, I wouldn't recommend it. I know Jay Cutler was he said multiple times, and I've heard him say it. He only rested like 45 seconds to a minute. But it's Jay Cutler, man. He's cut from a different cloth. I think that guy could have built muscle training anyway. Oh, you already know I'm not gonna do the last set of the day without doing a drop set. This is final exercise, final set. Gotta finish. Well, I was gonna say finish strong, but I don't know how strong I'll be after this. But I feel pretty good about today. I actually feel really good. This is a good workout. I am absolutely exhausted. What better time to go check the pump? Whew. Man, I am actually very, I know I already said it just now, but I am very satisfied with how this workout went. Uh, but I was just in a good headspace, man. And I don't care what anybody says, that will make a difference. Definitely. Definitely, definitely. Now, the opposite can happen. You can come in here almost dreading it, not wanting to do a single set, and then you start lifting, you get a few sets in, and then switch flips, and you start to feel pretty good and get pretty hyped. But this one was as soon as I walked through the doors, man, I was ready, super pumped up, and I love that, man. In an ideal world, I would be able to walk through the gym doors like that every day, and I don't think even the people that kind of put a front on, maybe they're not, but the people that always seem like they're just happy to be here, I still feel like deep down there are days, and they might not show it, but there are days where maybe they're not dreading coming in here, but you know, they'd they could choose, and I guess they can, but they'd much rather be sitting on the couch or doing something fun. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading and thinking too much into it, but yeah. Basically, this was a good workout, and I was super hyper focused. Uh, There at the beginning on the second set when I lost those, or was it the third and final set when I lost the plates off the lat pull down. I almost got maybe a little too excited, a little too hyped, if there is such a thing. But man, I almost didn't want to stop. But I just did back Sunday. Here it is Tuesday. 8 sets of back with 2 drop sets thrown in after at the end of each exercise I did. That's I don't want to push it too far. So let's check it out. As always on back and bicep day, I do like to check a front double bicep with the shirt on, just because. All right, I didn't do as much posing today. Like I said, I'm exhausted. That was a good workout, man. Um, Turns out it does make a difference. The more hyped and focused and pumped up you are mentally to be here, and you really have the what's the word? Well, you're just hyped to be here. The more you are of that, the better your workout is. Kind of funny how that works, right? There's some correlation there. Who would have thought? And the days that you kind of drag your feet. Now there are days though where I've come in here dragging my feet, um, but it's still, I would actually say more times than not, still ended up being a good workout. But I would definitely prefer this. It's like all in one. Just everything kind of went really smooth and good today. Felt good. All right, it's not always going to be like that, but biceps are looking good today. Or am I just fooling myself here? You guys let me know. Don't need to quit being so conceited. All right, I'm done. Tomorrow I'll be back for legs, ready to tear it up. Hopefully I feel like I did today. It'll make for a killer leg day. Maybe literally. I might not make it out alive, but that's all right. If I could choose any way to go, it'd be that way. Be in the gym. All right, let's get out of here.